I think one of the easy spots which sort of added to the socialisation was to go around the hotels, and often you got a lot of flack from our own people in the main who thought we were causing trouble between them and their Pākehā mates. So, and then one case I actually got physically attacked, punched up a bit.
I actually went home to Raitihi and I put, Dad was managing a club, and I put the petition on the bar in the club, and he was selling it to people as they came in, and they're saying, yeah, there's a good thing. And then the local cop came in and Dad put it away. I was really disappointed because he took the local cop's word over mine, because the local cop said they're Ngā Tamatoa, they're a bunch of radicals, oh, you got to be careful of them. So
there's been a lot of negativity about Māori things, and young people having that opportunity to enhance their own identity by knowing the te reo. I think it's had a big impact.
I think that we can definitely see there's been a change in the landscape, and I think that the pace of change is accelerating as well, which is encouraging. So you just look at Māori Language Week 5 years ago and look at Māori Language Week this year, and you can see every year there's an incremental better engagement.
One of the first things I tried to do as Prime Minister was to get it accepted by officials that we should teach Māori to all children in primary school. And well, that didn't work. They thought it was all far too hard, and nothing really happened. I think more universal understanding of the language would be positive for New Zealand, all New Zealanders. But I think it's a matter of getting people accustomed to it. When I started to promote treaty settlements, I mean, the pushback was enormous. What we have to do is go past the pushback, and what the government needs to do is actually declare it a mandatory requirement that we teach an understanding of Māori in primary schools, and it'll become normal. But the real thing is to start the journey knowing it's going to be a fairly long journey, but we must start it.
Nobody's kicking it around, moaning about it, trying to score votes out of it, because you won't. Because New Zealanders, I think, are clearly saying to all the politicians, love and value our language, because we do. You know, we owe a lot to those ones who did what they did in 1972, because all of these things have a whakapapa, right? And it's not as if things started in 2015 when I got here. There were lots of things that have happened prior to my arrival. But if you wanted to trace the origins of the revitalisation movement, that was a pivotal moment. It's about Māori language speakers being kind to new speakers and to learners, because learners, for me, they're precious, man. You get them into a class, you look after them, you treasure them, because if you don't have them, you've got no language. And I know my cousins up the coast, some of them are saying, oh, you know, why are you getting these people to learn the language? I said, what's wrong with it? Well, you know, we'll lose the mana of our language. And I think to myself, well, we've been speaking te reo Pākehā, right, English, for 180 years or thereabouts, and we still haven't managed to wrestle from the English the mana of their language, have we? You see, because you speak a language, you give it mana.
You know, totally bilingual country
is like, if you go to Spain, it's normal to speak Spanish. So, you know, we want to be normal to speak Māori.
So I think language is one of the great communicating tools to break down barriers. So I think if we all understood Māori, all spoke a little te reo, it'd be a different New Zealand, and a very positive step forward.
If all New Zealanders are speaking te reo Māori, the chances of it dying are basically zilch.